Hey guys, what's going on? I was just clearing a problem there on the screen. I'm here in Thailand and I wanted to share with you guys, been meaning to make this video for a while, this plan that I have. So like the next big thing that I'm working on, because if any of you guys know, the last one was that I used to be bald, so that's not a problem anymore. But the next thing, the next project, medium term, is permanent residence in Thailand. Why do I want that? Actually, I've been coming to Thailand now for a while. I don't know, it's been close to 10 years. And I am convinced that this is a place I would like to keep coming back to, even, in the long term. As I told a friend before, they don't make new countries. So if I like Thailand now, there's not going to be like a place that I go to and suddenly I change my mind and I want to move over there. So it makes sense for me to get something, a little more stable, a little more permanent, like permanent residence. So I've decided on Thailand. I've already checked out a lot of other places. I am very convinced that this is the place for me. And this process, I read about it and got some information on it and really started on it during the beginning of COVID. So I'll just give you guys, in a nutshell, the requirements for getting permanent residence in Thailand. There's, only really actually two or three. It's quite simple. It's just not easy to do. You need to be on a work permit. And in order to get a work permit, you need to be on a certain visa, a business visa. You need to have that for 3 years. And your minimum salary has to be like 80,000 baht per month. That's probably a difficult one for some people because not all jobs pay that much. And then there's another, you got to be able to speak, it doesn't explicitly say it, but you basically have to speak Thai. If you do not speak Thai, it's going to be a problem. I know this firsthand because I have gone to the place where you submit the permanent residence application at the immigration office in Bangkok, and they don't want to hear anything in English. So if you try to approach them in anything other than Thai, I don't know, you might just be flat out declined. I can't remember what exactly happened, but I remember distinctly that impression. They're not, I think I may have like said a word or a few. I was kind of like testing to see if they would accept, if they were okay with English, but no. My Thai has gotten a lot better, fortunately, so I don't think it's going to be a problem for me after studying for so long. But yeah, you need to be able to, you really should be able to speak Thai. If you don't, well, one, it's not impossible to learn. You can get a good level in like a year. The other one is that you might need someone to apply for you, and then you have to be working through agents and lawyers and, other things happening behind the scenes. I don't want to allude too much to, but, it's better. You're going to make things a lot easier. It's basically a requirement. It's just not written down on paper. And then there's one other little minor one that like you have to be with the same employer for the past year right before you apply, which is basically a non-issue. I don't even know why that's in there. So yeah, working for 3 years straight, continuously, minimum 80,000 baht salary per month, which is, I don't know, $2,500 a month, something like that, which is kind of a lot for Thailand. I know that probably sounds quite average for Western countries. And then, really got to be able to speak some Thai. So beginning of COVID in 2020, that's what I did. I signed up for the visa, the correct visa, the proper visa, the business visa. It's called a non-B. I got the work permit and everything in October of 2020. So now it's this October, I will be eligible to apply in a few short months. So I've gotten to the point where I'm actually already looking at, and starting to collect paperwork. So I'm getting very close. Once you start at that point in the process, it becomes like, okay, now this is going to happen very soon. It's going to happen this year. It's not like I'm waiting for 3-2 or next year or anything like that. So I'm getting the stuff ready. I'm getting it rounded up. There is a website I should mention. If you just, it's called like thailandcitizenship.com. So they have an article there about, it's called like the ultimate guide to permanent residence. That's where I got most of my reference information from and what I would recommend, because that website and the author, that guy, it's an Australian guy, I believe, he's a dual citizen with Thailand, has the most thorough, accurate, and up-to-date information that I've seen. And I've researched this heavily. You wouldn't believe the amount of people I've spoken to who are just kind of misinformed about the whole thing. I'm shocked because there's so many people that like Thailand, that love Thailand, that live here for so long, that, you know, don't want to go anywhere else, that they love, you know, same as me, or maybe even more. But most people don't bother with the permanent residence process. They don't even know about it, which means that they haven't even researched it. They haven't even, you know, basically taken the time or the effort, to be honest, to look it up. But I'm doing things from a different angle. I don't want to be, you know, worrying about visas and stuff for the rest of my life. So that is the ultimate plan. I will become eligible in October. I want to submit my application in October. And then, you know, it's about like a year, 12 to 18 month waiting time. So yeah, pretty soon I will be coming out with another update, because I think this would be another cool thing to kind of document along the way, make some videos, maybe not as many as, you know, the hair process. But I'm surprised that there's not nearly as many people who have documented this process. I've looked online. I've looked on YouTube. There's basically none. Yeah, there's people who tell you how to get it, like lawyers and stuff, but there's no one who's actually gone through the process and has actually shared, you know, what they did and their experience. And actually, it's different for every country. So these little particulars could be important, and I'll share mine. So they'll be particularly helpful if you're from, let's just say, a Western country, but especially from the US. Anyways, that is the plan. I'm already a little bit excited about it, but definitely once I submit that application and get it into the immigration office there at Sang Watana in North Bangkok, then the ball will really be rolling. But this summer I do need to go home, collect some documents. The documents are the hardest part. If you check on that website I mentioned, just type in Thailand permanent residence and you'll see the result. It's one of the top results, if not the top result, for, you know, when you Google or query Thailand permanent residence. Yeah, but this summer I will definitely take some time. I need to collect some documents, maybe stop by my university. There's like background check, and it's very thorough documentation. That's actually one of the hardest parts of the whole process. But I do have a lot of questions. Yeah, I have questions, not for you, but for the officers at the immigration office. So I'm gonna go there sometime soon, within the next few weeks, to ask them about these questions that I have, because they have so many requirements. You're bound to have some questions, and they try to make the requirements fit for every country, but they simply don't. I'm gonna go there. So if you guys have any questions, this would be perfect, because I can take them with me. I can ask the officers over there. If there's by any chance someone here who is interested in the permanent residence as well. I'm guessing that only very few people will see this video. It's very niche, even amongst people who are already living in Thailand. But the people who do this process, or who would be interested in watching this video, especially up until this point, are like hyper, or I should just say like hardcore Thailand expats. So a friend mentioned to me that one of the good things about making videos like this, and I agree, even though they're for a very small audience, is that I will be able to connect with those, you know, few and far people in between, if you know what I mean. So yeah, if you're out there, if you're watching this, even if it's in a year or 2 or 3 or more, really, because it's a long process, right? And you could be watching this far in the future, definitely hit me up. I'll be I'm gonna be here in Thailand for a while, right? If I'm going for the permanent residence. So let's do that. That is the update. That is what I'm working on. This is actually, it's a bit of a sacrifice. It takes a lot of work to maintain these requirements and to get ready, go to class, prepare Thai, you know, and do all the stuff you got to do in order to maintain that status. So yeah, more to come. Hopefully the process goes smoothly, and let's talk soon, guys. All right. Woo, see ya. Take care. All right, now I just gotta figure out how to, there's the X button. There we go.